Okay, look at this little guy. Isn't he the cutest? You just want to scoop him up and give him all the belly rubs in the world, right? But what if I told you that a secret, a really sad secret, could be hiding behind those adorable, sleepy eyes? A secret that could mean a lifetime of pain for him and a whole lot of heartache and vet bills for his future family. It's a secret that starts before he's even born. A lot of people who decide to have puppies, even people who really, really love dogs, make some super critical mistakes. They don't mean to, but these mistakes can have huge consequences for the puppies they bring into the world. It's like trying to bake a cake, but forgetting the flour or the sugar. The end result just isn't going to be what you hope for. Today, we're going to uncover the three biggest, most critical mistakes people make when breeding dogs. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for mistake number three, because it's the one that can secretly turn a sweet little puppy into a very scared and confused big dog. By the end of this video, you'll be a pro at spotting a great breeder, and you'll know exactly what it takes to give puppies the absolute best start in life. Okay, so let's talk about our first major mistake. It's like getting a new video game, but you don't read the instructions. You might be able to play, but you won't know about the secret levels. Or, even worse, the glitches that can crash the whole game. This mistake is kind of like that, but with much higher stakes. I'm talking about skipping genetic health testing. I know. Genetic testing sounds like something from a super serious science movie, right? But it's one of the most important things a person can do before they even think about breeding two dogs. Imagine you're building the most awesome Lego castle ever. You'd want to use the strongest, best fitting bricks, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want to use a brick that you know is cracked and will make your whole tower fall down. Well, a dog's genes are like their building blocks. They decide everything from the color of their fur and the flappiness of their ears to, most importantly, their health. Some dogs, even if they look perfectly healthy and happy on the outside, can carry tiny secret instructions in their DNA for big problems later on. These are called hereditary diseases, which is just a fancy way of saying health problems that get passed down from parent to puppy. Things like hip dysplasia, which makes it really painful for a dog to walk or play fetch, or certain heart conditions that can make their heart not work as well as it should. There are even eye diseases that can cause a dog to go blind. A lot of these issues don't show up until a dog is older, so a breeder might not even know they're passing on a problem. Let me tell you a story about a German Shepherd I know named Buddy. His humans got him when he was just a fluffy little potato. He was the happiest puppy, always chasing squirrels and trying to carry sticks that were way too big for him. But when he turned 6, he started having trouble getting up. He would cry when he tried to climb the stairs. The vet told his family he had severe hip dysplasia. It was a genetic problem passed down from his parents. His breeder wasn't a bad person. They just didn't know. They loved their dogs, but they made the mistake of thinking that because the mom and dad looked healthy, their puppies would be too. They didn't do the health tests. Now Buddy has to have expensive surgeries and take medicine every day just to be comfortable. His family loves him to pieces, but they are so sad that he's in pain, and it costs them a lot of money to care for him. This is why genetic testing is a superhero for dogs. Responsible breeders will have their dogs tested for health issues that are common in their specific breed. Vets can do things like take x-rays of the parent's hips and elbows to check for dysplasia, perform special eye exams, and do cardiac screenings to listen for heart problems. They can even do DNA tests, kind of like those kids humans use to find out where their ancestors are from. These DNA tests can find the carrier genes for certain diseases. A carrier dog might not be sick itself, but it can pass the problem gene to its puppies. If two carrier dogs are bred together, their puppies have a much higher chance of actually getting sick. A good breeder uses this information to make smart choices, like making sure at least one of the parent dogs is completely clear of a specific bad gene. It's not about being perfect, but about being responsible and lowering the risk of creating a puppy that will suffer. So, mistake number one is a big one. It's breeding blind. It's gambling with a puppy's health. And when it comes to our furry best friends, that's a bet we should never, ever take. All right, on to our second critical mistake. And this one can be really tricky because it's often disguised as something good. It's the mistake of breeding for looks over health and temperament. We all love a cute dog, right? Whether it's a dog with a super wrinkly face, one with unique fur colors, or one that's extra tiny. But sometimes when people focus only on making a dog look a certain way, they can accidentally breed in some very serious problems. It's like picking a pair of shoes just because they have cool sparkles, even if they're 2 sizes too small and pinch your feet with every step. You might look cool for a minute, but you're gonna be miserable. Let's talk about my pug friend Penelope. She is the sweetest, snortiest little loaf of bread you'll ever meet. I love her to bits, but Penelope has something called brachycephalic syndrome. That's a super long name for a problem that comes from having a very short, smooshed in face. For centuries, people have thought this look is adorable on breeds like pugs, French bulldogs, and English bulldogs. So they kept breeding the dogs with the flattest face. But in doing that, they created dogs whose airways are all squished. Penelope has trouble breathing, especially when it's hot outside or when she gets excited. She can't run around and play like other dogs. She makes a lot of snorting and snoring sounds, which might seem cute, but it's actually the sound of her struggling for air. This is a perfect and really sad example of people prioritizing a physical feature over the dog's actual ability to live a comfortable, happy life. But it's not just about physical health. Temperament is a huge part of what makes a dog a great companion. Temperament is basically a dog's personality. Are they brave, shy, friendly, or nervous? A lot of this is shaped by their genetics. A good breeder knows this and pays super close attention to the personalities of the dogs they breed. They want to breed dogs that are confident, kind, and stable, not dogs that are overly scared or aggressive. Think about it. If a mama dog is really anxious and fearful of everything, there's a good chance her puppies might inherit some of those tendencies. I once met a family who got a beautiful dog from what they thought was a good breeder. The breeder talked all about the dog's champion bloodlines and how pretty its puppies would be. But they never mentioned that the father of the puppies was extremely nervous and growled at strangers. The puppy they took home grew up to be very fearful. He was scared of new people, loud noises, and even the vacuum cleaner. His family had to spend thousands of dollars on special trainers to help him feel safe in the world. They loved him, but it was really hard. The breeder had been so focused on creating a dog that would look good, they completely forgot to make sure the dog would feel good. They made mistake number 2. They prioritized prettiness over personality and physical well-being. A truly great breeder knows that health and temperament are the most important traits a dog can have. They would never choose a parent dog that has trouble breathing or has a fearful personality, no matter how perfect it looks. They know that a dog's real beauty isn't just in its fluffy coat or cute face. It's in its happy, wagging tail and its ability to be a loving, healthy member of a family. All right, we've made it to the third, and in my opinion, one of the most heartbreaking mistakes people make when raising puppies. It's a mistake that happens after the puppies are born, in the first few weeks of their lives, and it can affect them forever. This is the mistake of poor socialization and a lack of early positive experiences. It's the difference between a puppy learning that the world is a super fun, safe playground and learning that the world is a terrifying, scary place. So what is socialization? It's not just about meeting other dogs. It's about gently introducing a puppy to all the sights, sounds, and smells of the world they're going to live in. Think about a tiny puppy. Everything is new to them. The sound of the dishwasher, the feel of carpet under their paws, meeting a person wearing a hat, seeing a bicycle roll by. These are all huge experiences. A puppy's brain is like a little sponge between the ages of 3 and 16 weeks. It's a critical period where they learned what's safe and what's scary. A responsible breeder knows this, and they make sure their puppies have tons of positive new experiences. They'll have different people, men, and even carefully supervised kids, gently handle the puppies. They'll introduce them to different sounds like the radio or a doorbell. They'll let them play with different kinds of toys and walk on different surfaces like grass, pavement, and blankets. This builds a puppy's confidence. It teaches them that new things aren't something to be afraid of. Now let's talk about what happens when this goes wrong. This is what happens with backyard breeders and in horrible places called puppy mills. These are places where people breed dogs just to make money, not to improve the breed or create healthy, happy companions. In these situations, puppies are often kept in small, dirty cages, sometimes without even feeling the grass or seeing the sunshine. They don't get to play with toys. They don't meet new people. They are often taken away from their mom and litter mates way too early,
which is incredibly stressful and damaging for them. They miss out on that entire magical window of learning. My friend adopted a dog named Pip from a rescue. The rescue saved him from a backyard breeder. When Pip first came home, he was terrified of everything. A leaf blowing down the street would make him jump. He would hide under the bed if someone new came to the house. His new family was so patient and loving, but it was a long, slow process to help Pip understand that he was safe. He never learned how to play with other dogs properly because he missed those early lessons from his litter mates. All of this fear came from his first 8 weeks of life. He was a victim of mistake number 3, a lonely, scary start. A breeder's job doesn't end when the puppies are born. In many ways, it's just beginning. They have a huge responsibility to be a puppy's first and most important teacher. They need to show them that the world is full of love, fun, and exciting things to sniff. Without that foundation, we're not setting these puppies up for success. We're setting them up for a lifetime of fear. So there you have it, the 3 critical mistakes to avoid: skipping health tests, choosing looks over health and temperament, and failing at early socialization. It seems like a lot, but it all comes down to one thing. Breeding dogs should always be about making the next generation healthier and happier than the last. It's about love, responsibility, and putting the well-being of the dogs first, always. Was this helpful? Did you learn something new that will help you or a friend? If you did, do me a huge favor and boop that subscribe button. And ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we're going to talk about the top 5 things every single new puppy owner needs to know. We're building a community of the best dog people on the planet, and we want you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching, and give your dog a big hug from me and General Fluff and Stuff. Bye for now.